Am I the a-hole for asking my stepdaughter to move out after I caught her going through my underwear drawer? I'm a 35F, and I married my husband 2 years ago. He has a daughter, Tara, 17F, who lives with us full-time. She's quiet, withdrawn, and keeps to herself, which I always try to respect. I never tried to be her mom, never forced anything, and always gave her space. I expected distance. What I didn't expect was behavior that has crossed a line so severe that I genuinely don't feel safe in my own home anymore. It started small, little things that made me uncomfortable but not enough to cause a fight. She'd linger in the hallway when I changed outfits, or she'd walk into our bedroom without knocking and pretend she was looking for something. I set gentle boundaries because I didn't want to be the evil stepmother. But a few weeks ago, everything escalated to the point that my hands were shaking. One afternoon I walked into my bedroom and found Tara standing in front of my dresser with the drawer open, specifically my underwear drawer. She froze like a deer in headlights, then shoved something behind her back. I asked, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Looking for a charger." There were literally 4 chargers sitting on my nightstand in plain sight. I told her, calmly, to show me what she was hiding. She refused. She pushed past me so hard she nearly knocked me over and slammed her door. I checked the drawer immediately, and several pairs of my underwear were missing, ones I knew for a fact were just washed and put away the night before. I confronted my husband that evening. He brushed it off as teenage curiosity and told me I was interpreting it the wrong way. He even said I was making her feel uncomfortable in her own home. I stood there stunned. Curious about what? Teenage girls do not steal their stepmother's underwear. That's not curiosity. That's a massive red flag. The next day, Tara was hostile, slamming doors, giving me dirty looks, muttering things under her breath. That night she told my husband that I violated her privacy and that I was acting like she's dangerous. Then her mother, who has hated me from the beginning, called me screaming, accusing me of sexualizing a teenager and creating perverted assumptions about an innocent girl. The mental gymnastics were unbelievable. I felt sick. I tried to let it go for a day, but something in my gut told me this wasn't just rebellious behavior. It felt calculated. Everything spiraled when I changed her bed sheets while she was at school. She normally does it herself, but she had spilled something earlier and my husband told me to just handle it. While lifting her mattress, I found something stuffed between the bed frame and the mattress, one of my missing underwear pairs. Folded. Hidden. Deliberately placed. My heart dropped. I felt a wave of fear that I can't fully explain. Not disgust, actual fear. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't curiosity. This was intentional boundary violation. I confronted her again when she got home. She immediately started screaming at me. Not embarrassed, angry. She shouted, "Stop going through my stuff. You're invading my privacy." My husband ran in, and instead of addressing what I found, he comforted her. Comforted her. He told me I was overreacting and that hiding my underwear didn't mean anything. Tara glared at me from behind him with this smirk that made my skin crawl. Like she had won. That night I told my husband exactly how I felt, that I didn't feel safe, that my personal belongings were being taken and hidden, that this was not normal teenage behavior. He dismissed everything, saying I was making this into something it isn't. I told him that if he refused to take this seriously, then Tara needed to live with her mother until she could respect basic boundaries. He exploded, accusing me of abandoning a child, kicking out his daughter, and creating drama. Now his entire family is calling me heartless, dramatic, controlling, and creepy for even suggesting that a teenager stealing my underwear is inappropriate. But here's the truth I can't shake: I don't feel safe. Not because she's violent, but because I feel like I'm being watched, invaded, studied. Like my privacy doesn't exist in my own home. Like my bedroom isn't my space anymore. And the worst part is the adults in this situation are bending over backward to protect her feelings while ignoring the giant red flag staring us in the face. My husband keeps saying she's just a kid, but she's almost 18. Old enough to know exactly what she's doing. Old enough to understand boundaries. Old enough to understand that hiding my underwear under her mattress is not normal. Now I'm sleeping with my door locked. I bought a small safe for my personal items. I avoid being in the house alone with her, and I've started wondering whether I even want to stay in this marriage if my husband refuses to acknowledge reality. So, am I the a-hole for wanting her out of the house after this? Because everyone around us seems determined to convince me I'm insane for being uncomfortable, but I know what I saw and I know how it made me feel.